And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I don't know what I'm about to stumble into. Welcome back, everyone, to the lower bracket finals. The lower bracket finals of Grand Platypus Open number 100, the final GPO of the year. Vetoes are done, and as they were conducting the vetoes, I made a joke. I was like, oh, guys, you should totally play on Rise Station. And then Demi was like, why do you want us to suffer? And then he's like, okay. And I was like, no, I was just joking, man. I was just joking. And here we are. Here we are. Both of our players here, both Demi and GogojOey, they were both smojing in the chat. They were both like, oh, what have we done? No one was looking forward to this, but I am. And here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Raz Station. We have the best player in all of Hong Kong. The new Kong from Hong Kong, if you will. Representing Team Hyper 1, it is GogojOey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Indian Zerg player, the red Zerg representing Maturino Esports. It is Demi. And as we settle into this, as we were getting into Raz Station, both players were like, oh, is this just gonna be Muta versus Muta? Like, let's go. It's possible, it's possible. As we are being as greedy as possible, we're getting into a very fast third base, a gasless opener here from Demi. He's crazy, but this is not the first time we've seen this out of him, but this is something you can get away with on a map like Raz Station. It is gonna be a hatch before gas, before spawning pool. If we wanted to cut even more corners, we could have gone pool before gas as well. It would have been crazy, but possible. I think we saw several do it before. So to wind it back here, if you're maybe watching, you're like, what's with all the hate on Raz Station? What's going on right now? So this is the most vetoed map in the map pool. We very rarely get to see this map. We only get to see it in tournaments like WTL, World Team League. The other reason why we see it on World Team League is because there are no vetoes. No vetoes in WTL. But here we're seeing it a little bit more often. Tonight, specifically in GPO, because our players, we're clowning. We're having fun. I mean, it's the end of the year, you know. Happy New Year's, Papi. Happy New Year's. As we were getting into this, GogojOey even said himself, he was like, Merry Christmas, Light, just for you. Oh, let's go. So, yeah, we're just, we're going to experience Raz Station together. We're talking about it. There is, of course, a pocket base here, so you can take a third base very quickly. GogojOey going for the pocket as his third. Demi taking his triangular third base, or the typically fourth base as a third instead, saving this pocket for later. So Demi thinking a little bit further ahead. Of course, a really greedy opener. The rush distance by ground is very long. It's a very long rush distance by ground. You also have a ramp leading into the natural as well, so you have the high ground point of elevation as a defender's advantage. And yeah, Demi's just cutting so many corners here. Now getting into Bailings and Link Speed. GogojOey, likewise, gonna be going gas. Oh, he's going gasless. I was wondering what was going on. So Joey's going for his own greed. He's going for a gasless opener into a faster third base as well. So both players are rushing into a third as quickly as possible in their own ways. Joey, though, is cutting even more corners. And basically, if you open up gasless like this, now we're taking as many gases as we can to catch up. Typically, the gasless Zerg player in GogojOey will be skipping Link Speed. They will skip Link Speed, they will skip the Bailing Nest as well. Just because these gases are so late anyway, it's not worth catching up. And from here, we can go straight into a lair and straight into roaches. Or we could go lair into mutas. 4 gases have been taken. Demi, he scouts, he saw he's aware of what's been going on. He knows, Papi, he knows. Demi, he likes it. Oh my god. As Demi's going to be coming with the scout, he has obviously seen the gasless opener of his opponent. He's pieced it together. Gas is being taken. Drone going to be shut down. 0 links here to defend for GogojOey. Boys are being pulled. And can we pick off some of these workers? We can get 1. We can get 2. I like that Demi's bonding with Joey. He's like, you're an animal. You're just like me. Beautiful. Roach Warren's on the way. Evo Chamber as well. we can still go into muted, so we have options here for GogojOey. Likewise, Demi investing into his own gases. I love that we cancelled the Bathing Nest. Bathing Nest was cancelled, we realized we didn't need it. Link Speed wasn't cancelled, so some wasted gases here for Demi. But here we go, the Spire is on the way. Demi is going into 2 base muter, soon to be 3 base muter. Meanwhile, GogojOey plus on range, that tells us that Joey does want to go into roaches. Interesting. Okay, so Joey's going to be committing here to roach play. Demi racing. Oh, he's going for a Nidus all-in. Let's go. Now, Joey hasn't scouted the Spire, but Demi has a reputation. And Demi even said himself in the lead up to this that mutas were going to be on the table on Raz's station. So Joey is blindly going for a roach all-in designed to kill, punish, and shut down a player that's racing into mutas. So this may just be a bit of a, I don't know if I want to say like a build order win, but like a solid counter here from GogojOey. Nidus is done. We have the Overlord here slipping into that main base. Lings do get eyes on this. We can maybe punish this. We can maybe deny it. There we go. Nidus on the front. Oh my god. A Nidus here in front of the 3rd base going for a 4th. Demi, he's wild, but he does get eyes on this. He will shut it down. Lings have arrived, and this Nidus will not complete. Oh, sorry, it will. Can we transfuse? We can transfuse! And we barely keep the... Oh, we keep the Nidus alive. Oh my god, it will barely survive. And now Demi's in a lot of trouble. We have 12 mutas on the way. We need some drones. We need some drones coming in as well to throw down some spores. We have a lot of queens, but some spores would cement this here for GogojOey. Catches a queen, pushing into the 3rd. Oh, sorry, pushing into the natural. Lings are being caught out there with the drones. So for those that are curious, that we throw down spore crawlers. We need those spores to deal with the mutas. Spores are on the way. The boys are being pulled. We're diving on top of this army. We're trying to focus out as many of these queens as we can. We get 2. We get 2 queens, a 3rd queen, soon to be a 4th queen, but it's just too much. GG gets called, and GogojOey will take game number 1. Whew. GG. And before I get ahead of myself, a big shout out to Jadoff in the chat. I apologize, there was a lot going on at the time. There was a lot to talk about in Raz's Station, but a big shout out to Jadoff. Thank you so much for the raid. We raided Jadoff earlier today after KSL. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to our 2nd broadcast of the night. Welcome to the 2nd broadcast here to Grand Platypus Open. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Jadoff, of course, he's an Australian Terran player. Typically plays mech, but it's like, can we forgive, Papi? We forgive. It's okay. Is okay. As that is going to be game 1 in the books, and how we're getting ready for game número 2. Let's go. Ooh. Here we go. Yeah, GogojOey saying that it was really close because he almost didn't even have the Nidus. Like, it almost was shut down. I mean, I believe that it would not finish. I believe that Demi would have been able to shut that down, but 1 second too late. Did barely finish in time. Here we go. We're getting ready for game number 2. Going to be on Solaris. Solaris is going to be our map of choice. So we're loading in to determine, does it all end here and now? GogojOey needs 1 more win to advance on to the grand finals. Demi needs 1 win to force the ace match. The last time they faced off earlier today, it did go to the ace match. It did go all the way to game 3. So I want to believe that it can happen again. I want to believe that we can go the distance. I want to believe. Gibbs, Pappy. Gibbs, more games. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Solaris, we have the blue Zerg player. The best Zerg player, or the best player in all of Hong Kong, representing Team Hyper 1. It is GogojOey. 1 game is all he needs. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. Oh my, going for a 12 pool. Hold up. Excuse me, earlier today, Demi, I just said his name, earlier today he did actually say and ask his opponent not to 12-fool him, to play honorably, but there is no honor, not anymore. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Indian Zerg player representing Maturino Esports. It is Demi, going for a 12-pool. If you remember, earlier today, the first series of the day, Demi did ask GogojOey, he was like, no 12-pool, play with honor. Ay. But now, it's out the window. No holds bar. Not from Demi. So it is going to be a hatch gas pool standard opener out of GogojOey. Demi going to be opening with the 12 pool. Now, for those that are curious, we should be expanding. 12 pools are... there are all-in yeah, we're going all-in. I was going to say, there are all-in variations of 12 pool where you pull the boys, or you can throw down a natural base and transition out of it. But we're completely all-in at this point, one way or another. The game is going to end, and GogojOey does spot the all-in. Would you see the boys? And Joey, he has to respond. Is he going to allow this hatchery to finish? We need to prepare in the main. We'll see. As again, the army is soon to arrive. Spine crawlers are going to be necessary. Good control. There is that cancel on that natural base. We need as many resources as we can to defend. There it is. Lings getting on top of that spawning pool. Spines are in production here for GogojOey. But is it going to be enough? God, that is 6 spine crawlers. That's a lot of spines. First is going to be cancelled. Joey just trying to buy time for his spine crawlers. That spawning pool under threat though, taking a lot of damage. So the spine crawler is going to be cancelled. Lings, they do come in just in time. Spawning pool so very low. And it looks like GogojOey, these spine crawlers will finish, but not without losing the spawning pool. Is that enough though? Again, Demi is all in. He has no economy behind this. He has 2 drones mining. He's going back home. Demi, he's turning back around. Spine crawlers, they're waddling on forward. They're trying to burrow. Other Lings. They go for the surround. They almost take down a spine crawler, but Joey's going to be able to clean this up. He's going to be able to defend. Plenty of spine crawlers are available. Oh my god, the spine on spine action. And with this, GogojOey, he does hold, and we're in a really odd place where Joey technically has less drones, but he's been mining more for longer. Demi does make it back home. Demi has a spawning pool. Joey doesn't. And yeah, we're just going to calm down. but the game is kind of going to reset. I think I like Demi's position a little bit more, because he can start up a queen. He can get into his natural base without too much issue. Joey has to wait a little bit longer to actually even make a spawning pool here. Okay. we're resetting. We're starting the game over, essentially. We are starting over. We can see Joey, he's just trying to delay that expansion for as long as he can. Oh, so far so good. The hatchery is on the way. You can see Joey still working on that spawning pool, and yeah, Demi, he's kind of running away with this. He's getting fully saturated. He can soon take his gases. Joey going to try to expand, but there's a Ling here to deny him. One Ling. Oh god. Not anymore. Does get dragged into the spine crawlers. Is there a world? Okay, hold up. Imagine if instead of expanding here, we unburrowed all these spine crawlers and we waddle across the map. Imagine if that's what we went for after the initial defense. I'm just theorizing. How long would it take? Yo, there are speed zones. Could that have worked? I'm just trying to think of a world where like we could have made use of all these spines, outside of being stuck at home. I mean, I think the problem with that kind of scenario is that we have an overlord here to scout, so Demi would have seen it coming well ahead of time. It would have been fun though. would have been a lot of fun. As Joey's taking his natural base, Demi already on 2 bases, droning, saturating, queens are out. Again, Joey's just 1 step behind. Now, because we have all these spine cores, we need to theorize here at this point. how do we make best use of these spines? Well, we have to cut corners. It may be wise to skip Ling Speed, skip Banelings. We may even go straight into Mutas, right? Like, if we have this much stacked defense, rushing into Mutas would make sense for a GogojOey. And Demi's still gasless. Oh. Interesting. So Demi's focusing on his economy, but if Joey is able to get away with this lair, if he's able to get a handful of Mutas, he will gain map control and he can recover. Can recover from this position. Again, Mutas would give him just so much breathing room if we got there. And we are investing into Link Speed. Okay, curious. I would have assumed that we would have skipped it. But it is on the way. Meanwhile, we can see Demi walling off, getting into what looks to be 2-base Roach. Do you have that 200 gas? There it is. Spire is on the way. Spire in production for GogojOey. And from here, I mean, yeah, he's going to be able to get out with his Mutas. He's going to be able to shut down these Overlords. The question becomes, can Demi go for the counter Nidus? That becomes the next question here. Demi, he does have some vision on the map, and a Roach Queen Nidus all-in would most likely kill GogojOey. There it is, Overlord Speed is on the way. He's trying to get a scout off. We do get eyes on the researching Evo Chamber. Demi working on a third. Demi still maintains a better economy. The Mutas will complicate things. Zero shame. Catching up. Now the third. Sure, it's going to be zoned away. And there we go. We have 4 Mutas in production. Demi finally coming in for the scouts, but there is no Nidus Worm from Demi, so we can't really punish this. Does confirm the Muta play. Demi can't quite do much more from here. Yeah, he's just stuck droning. He's going to have to turtle up here on 3 bases. And Demi may just have to tech up into an Infestation Pit and a Hydra Den. There it is. Spores are on the way. Mutas have arrived. And we are looking for some Overlords. Speaking of, we do have the Overseer here on the right-hand side. Dancing with the Overlords of Demi. Laying a bit of an overextension. Oh. They try to get a scout off. They run into roaches. A decent scout nonetheless. From Joey. Muta count getting higher. +1 melee is on the way, so we're doubling down on Muta production. All Demi has to do is just turtle. Honestly, he just has to turtle up, take advantage of his better economy, get into Vipers or Hive Tech, Vipers, Hydras, Lurkers. It's a very slow style, that is true, and I'm sure Demi knows he's ahead and he wants to assert himself, but that's kind of how you have to approach these Mutas. Do appreciate that Burrow's on the way so we can get into Tunneling Claws. Looks like we can almost catch a Queen. Casito. There it is. Tunneling Claws on the way, so Demi can harass with his roaches. Eventually. Spine Crawlers are repositioning. And essentially, GogojOey's on a timer. So over the course of this game, Demi should gain access to a better army, to a higher quality army. Something that will outscale these Mutas. I mean, I've been saying that, but we still don't have a Hydra Den, which is a little bit concerning. No Hydra Den yet from Demi. No Infestation Pit either. He can invest, but for the time being, he's just chilling here with more roaches. Ooh, 2 mutas go down. Joey rotating around, trying to find another way in. So far, unable to. And there it is. Finally, our tech of choice. It is a little bit delayed here, but it's on the way. Infestation Bit and Hydrogen for eventually Vipers and Lurkers. Tunneling Pool of Roaches moving out. We do not have detection. Uh-oh. At the same time, we are diving on forward. Trying to get on top of the Queens. The Bailings, they do roll in towards the mineral line. The drones. We don't pull away. Ooh. 11, 13 workers will go down. The Mutas, they dive on top of the Queens. We do take down a decent chunk of them. But the counterattack, that is what I'm worried about. The Roaches are not at home to defend. They're across the map instead. We have Roaches at the third, which are being cleaned up. We have Roaches at the natural, also running to Spine Crawlers. Uh-oh. Demi not achieving much with this. The Spines coming in clutch. But Spine Crawlers are finally going to be going down. And Joey, yeah, he has to race back home. He has to turn back around. A bit of a late response here from GogojOey. And he's going to be losing 10 workers as a result. But this could have been so much worse. 11, the drones go down. We still have 2 Roaches here in the main. Likewise, Demi still has the superior economy. He's got, oh my god, 61 drones. Almost 20 workers ahead of GogojOey. But still no Hydras, and the Infestors just now started. Ooh. Overseer is going to be going down. We do pick off some of those Spore Crawlers. We can just go for the hatchery. Oh my god. We can go straight for the hatchery instead, and we will get it. Not a bad pickoff. At the same time, Roaches are moving out. We need to race back home. GogojOey turning back around. He does come across these Roaches. I came across some of them at least. Okay, Demi's going to be dragging these Mutas out of position. Meanwhile, he's coming in from the right-hand side, pushing towards one of the fresh mining bases here of GogojOey. Lings are coming in. We overshoot. Oh. And again, GogojOey, he can't afford to lose any workers right now. Full workers full. The Queen as well. On the side of GogojOey. He's still looking for those Roaches. Looks like he will come across them at the same time. The Roaches, they unburrow in the main. Demi target firing the hatchery. A little bit less than ideal. But he's getting drones here in the main base as well. That's going to be 4 or 5 dead workers. And this is an army. Oh my god. We have 5 Infestors. We have Queens, Transfuse, Hydras, a wall of Spores as well. This is what I mentioned before, that quality-wise, the army of Demi is going to eventually outscale the army of GogojOey. That's what I'm worried about. But we're not there yet. Vipers are still in production. They're not out yet. They're not ready for the fight. A couple of Hydras are caught out. Show us the Fungals! Oh, one big Fungal, the Chain Fungal as well on the Mutas. Do barely break free. Ooh. Demi going to be losing so far 20 Mutas throughout the course of this game. Oh, sorry, GogojOey losing 20 Mutas. Diving on top of the Infestors, another Fungal is going to connect. But we are running out of Fungals. The Infestors get picked up. Big overstep there from Demi. We'll be losing a Viper, and he may lose another as well. GogojOey, he is on the hunt. We'll shut it down. Not for free. Does lose a decent chunk of his Mutas. He is down to 24 Mutas. But we have +2 air attack, continuing Muta production. And Demi, he lost every single one of his spellcasters. Just now, rebuilding his Infestors. He lost his Vipers. He lost 5 Infestors. That was like best case scenario for GogojOey, catching everything that he needed. Like, everything going well for him here. And the main, there's only one spore. Uh-oh, the tech is exposed. The Overlords at the same time, Lings, they do flood into that third. Oh, the Muta's fighting head on. This is not a fight that GogojOey wants to take. Oh, bleeding out a lot of Mutas. At the same time, the Lings are deflected. We do get 14 drones. It was a brutal fight, though. Getting into the main once again, catching another queen. And GogojOey, this time he can fight this. Turning back around. Clutch transfuses, buying as much time as possible. That's what, 5 queens falling. We could turn back around again. Yeah, we can just go for it. And now once again the queens are falling. They need support. Where are the Hydras? We have 16 Hydras here on the front lines at the third base, but alas, they're not here to support those queens. Not like this. I do still stand by that, like, in a head-to-head fight, I think Demi wins. I think he can overwhelm the army of GogojOey, but Demi's just been pulled apart. He's just never where he needs to be with his Hydras or his Infestors or his Queens. Speaking of, no, the Roaches move out of position. The Banelings roll in. They roll into the mineral line, and we need one more. Oh my god, that was so close. Whew, so many of those drones get softened up. Muta's back into the main. And we're going for the Hive. We're going for the Lurker Den. Things coming in as well. Demi being pulled apart. The Lurker Den is going to be shut down. Lings into the mineral line, and Demi, he's being pulled apart. The Hive falls. No more Vipers. We have 2 Vipers available here. We can go for the Parasitic Bomb. Okay, we got 1 here, but good split from GogojOey. Does avoid so much of that damage. And Demi, he's down to 36 drones. GogojOey, his economy is booming. Again, doesn't have the most ideal army. GogojOey, I mean, but does have the better economy. The longer this goes on, the better it is for GogojOey. Demi, though, he's pushing. Bit of a Frankenstein of an army. He's got 2 Lurkers, 1 Infestor, 1 Viper. He's pushing without his Spellcasters, which is concerning. That's a lot of Banelings. Banelings are rolling in. They're getting on top of the Hydras. Yeah, they will crash forward. The Hydras go down, and no anti-air. And where are the Vipers? They woke up too little too late after the Hydras had already gone down. And Demi has to retreat. Again, a very disjointed attack from the Red Zerg. Joey is taking another base, taking a 5th. Rebuilding his Mutas. Demi, he is hurting. Remember, he lost his Hive, he lost his Lurker Den, his Hydra Den's bleeding out, his Infestation Bit as well. Queens get caught. A good fungal, but where's the follow-up? There is none. We had some Vipers with some power bombs, but again, they were out of position. We're just clearing up as much of that creep as we can. Getting back into the main. And we could just finish off the deck. We could just go for the Hydra Den even. Oh, Vipers are coming in. Same time, GogojOey getting ready for a big Lingbane counterattack. There is 1 Lurker in position. But the Vipers. We got some good Parasitic Bombs here, but we split. For the most part, we kind of split. There we go. We avoid most of that damage. There we go. GogojOey looking to collapse on this army. He takes a fungal to the face. Vipers are coming in as well to support. Big power bombs on these Mutas. We do pull back. And it looks like GogojOey barely is breaking through. Oh, the power bomb. Came back a bit too soon. He wants the Vipers. He's going for the dive. It gets 1. That was an expensive trade here for GogojOey. But it looks like he is barely cleaning up all the anti-air. These mutas are so fragile. They're so battered, so bruised. He's going for the Viper. He gets it. No shot. He doesn't. Okay, finally he does. But he cost him almost every single Viper. Sorry, every single muta. The muta count completely resets. But we killed the last Viper. And again, there's no hive. There's no hive. There's no lair. There's no way to rebuild. Whew, this has been a very scrappy game. But the infestation bit goes down. The Hydroden as well. Demi barely with an army, barely with any units. The Infestor is going to fall. Now the Master Link can wreak havoc here at this base. The last of the Hydras are falling, and that's the last of the anti-air. GogojOey even going for that hatchery, and he almost gets it. Down to 16 HP. 13 more drones fall. And there's no Spore Crawler here at the natural, and Joey, he's just finding even more damage. Demi's going for an all-in. At this point, like, there's nothing left back at home. There's nothing to save. There's nothing to turn back to. So one way or another, the game is about to end. Mutas are doing well for themselves. The Roach Hydra will be able to take down a base. But there are just so many bases to bring down. Meanwhile, everything else is on fire. Everything else is bleeding out. As the Ling Muta, they just collapse on what little is left here of the bases of Demi. And we could go for an elimination. We could kill every building here. Yeah, that could be just what we go for. Demi likewise committing here to his base trade, trying to find another mining base. But we are running out of buildings. Demi, he's got a couple of gases here at the natural. Spawning Pool, Roach Warren, Evo Chamber. We're running out. GG gets called. GogojOey will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. But this was a very chaotic game. Remember, if you tuned in halfway through, that you missed out, because this game started with a 12 pool. It started with a 12 pool, and both players, their drone counts went down to like 10. I think GogojOey had 8 drones left, and Demi had 11 drones left. GogojOey lost his spawning pool. Both players didn't have a natural. The game reset, essentially, and we had to build ourselves back up. GogojOey, from the brink of defeat, he was behind. Remember, Demi had a massive advantage, and it was on GogojOey to bounce back with those mutas. And eventually, he did. Eventually, he was able to pull apart his opponent. Very impressive. On paper, I would have said that Demi had a big lead. Like, he had all the tech he needed. You know, spellcasters, hive, vipers, hydras, lurkers. He just needed a little bit of time to just settle into his tech. But the muta harass was non-stop, and somehow, some way, it was impressive. But yeah, GogojOey, he was able to just create these opportunities, able to pull apart his opponent and find damage, whether it was catching some infestors here and there, or catching queens, catching drones. It was an uphill battle for GogojOey, and he pulled it off. Did pull it off. GG, well played. GG, and with that, GogojOey advances on to the grand finals for a rematch against Nice. Let's go.